Hello everyone, Craig Ripley here. Welcome to another edition of Living Off the Slab. Now for today, what I thought I would do is finish off our series on motorcycle touring clothing. And in particular this time, what I'm going to talk about is off the bike clothing. That is, what you're going to wear after you get into camp or after you get to your hotel. Now, just as a little bit of review, remember we talked about in a couple of these other videos about packing for 3 to 5 days, right? And again, I usually pack for 4 days. I'm wearing a set of clothing, that is my underwear and my socks and so forth, when I leave to go on the trip, and then I have 3 additional pairs. Stop on the road whenever necessary and wash them, right, at a hotel or at a campground that might have laundry facilities. Now with off-the-bike clothing, it's a little bit different, right? While personally I like to have 3 or 4 days worth of my base layers and, you know, my socks, my underwear, I don't need to carry that many pair of off-the-bike underwear, off-the-bike socks, or pair of pants and shirts. Just don't need it, right? You're riding all day, you get into your hotel, you get into your campground, you put your clothes on, and for the most part, you don't get that dirty, right? And if you do, well, who cares, right? So you really only need to bring a small subset of clothing for use off the bike. And here it is. All of the clothing that I'm going to use off the bike are these shoes, and everything fits into the one dry sack. Opening that bag up, we can take a look at the individual contents, right? And the first thing in there is 1 pair of long pants. Now these are convertible pants. That is, the legs zip off so they can double as shorts or as long pants. And these are from Duluth Trading. They're no-fly zone pants, and they've been treated with permethrin. That is an insect repellent that dries and is safe for you. However, it kills bugs on contact. So being that we're heading up to Alaska with all the mosquitoes and things, decided that this would probably be a pretty good idea to have. Now, from what they say, these pants, that is the permethrin on here, the treatment should last for up to 70 washings. So since we're going to Alaska, we're probably only going to do 3 or 4, then these should be just fine. Secondly, I got this long sleeve shirt. Again, this is a no-fly zone shirt from Duluth Trading, treated with permethrin. Again, same thing, 70 washings, should kill bugs on contact and keep those mosquitoes away. This particular shirt happens to have a hood on it, which again, I thought might come in handy on some of those nights to keep the mosquitoes away. Along with that treated clothing, I'm carrying 1 short sleeve shirt, again, just the lightweight Under Armour shirt, again, for use around the camp. I've got 2 pair of socks and 2 pair of underwear. And I am going to carry a separate pair of swim trunks here, right? Because if I go and jump in the spa, or jump in the hot springs, then I'm going to want something dry to put on afterwards. So we're going to have some dedicated swim trunks. And then lastly, I've got a pair of shoes. Now these are Merrell's, and they are shoes that you can wear in the water, so they're waterproof shoes. And also they pack really small. They flatten out pretty well, and I can jam them in small cracks. So, and they're also extremely comfortable, which is a big plus. So that's why I carry these. So all of those clothes, minus the shoes of course, get stuffed into this dry sack. They get compressed down as small as I can get them, and then stuffed into my panniers. Now I prefer these dry sacks. My friend Peter, who's going on the trip with me, he prefers to pack everything in little square containers. So he's got these little square sacks that he packs real tightly and then fits into his panniers. And I mean, he's not wrong that square things fit in square panniers easier, but I find that I have no problem with these. They're kind of almost liquid in a way. If you squish all of the air out, you can really jam them down into any kind of crevice and get things really tight and fill up that space. So I think it's just a matter of personal preference. Either way works just fine. So, okay guys, that's it for all of this clothing videos. Now we've got everything packed and we're all ready to go for this Alaska trip. And I hope that you guys have gotten something out of this, especially again those new touring riders that we were kind of focusing things on, just to show you again where I started from, where I am now on all this packing. And again, we've got a lot of good feedback from other folks out there who've done this many times before. that's part of what is really fun about doing these videos, is I get to hear from all of these other folks and I get to learn as well. Once again, thank you for all of those folks who are purchasing from Twisted Throttle by linking through my website. Really helps me out a great deal. I really appreciate it. Also, remember that we are raising money for a great cause, and that is Homes for Our Troops. They're a corporation that builds customs homes for injured vets from the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. A great cause, so please head to my website at www.livingofftheslab.com. There's a donate link right on the top of my homepage, and anything that you can give is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much to everybody who has been giving so far.